And you're tuning in to Perfect Match Extra. My name is AJ Akwako Sapon, and I'm here with the amazing housemates and getting into all the issues and more. We just wrapped it up with an interesting debacle between Drill and Hermes. And the ladies were shooting daggers at some point, Darling and Rose. And I'd love to know your thoughts about it, because you sort of became a bit of the center of all this conversation. Drill came to you in some regards. This conversation was had. Hermes says she didn't do it. But where was your stand in all of this?
Okay. Okay. I think the day that the whole thing happened in the evening, and then she said she was crying, I was behind Drill. So I really don't have much to say about that. But about the food issue, so we were supposed to cook in the afternoon, as she said, and ideally, it came with the menu thing. It's a rule that was attached that if there's a meal that's supposed to be prepared, we are supposed to do just that. You don't have to do something else.
Right.
So you are supposed to wait. Again, Seleki was even sick. Told to wait because we hadn't made lunch, and we were actually on that. And then the whole Delki situation came in, and she was given food and all of that. So I think it is Delki that did not explain to her that if you take that plate, you're not getting another one, because that's lunch. And then maybe the whole thing was messed up. But after I was explained to her that, oh, if you take that rice, then it means you're taking your food, she was all angry about it, saying that food looks like it's for one person, but you ate with your boyfriend, and I served for both of you. So I even said that, okay, if that is the case, then when I'm done serving everybody and there's some left, I said that. I'm not even going to lie. I would give you. And I did give you.
Yes.
And I even gave you extra sausages. So I don't know this whole thing with the food situation and all of that. Plus, if you come and meet a group of people talking and you have a problem, I think you should have a problem with everybody there. You don't just mention some names and then put everything on them. It's very unfair, but that's what happened, and we can't change it. So,
Darling, you and Rosie had a different kind of date this week, where the focal point was who you invited and who you didn't. Describe what led to you selecting your boyfriends and Tessie, and leaving out what would be the third member of the group and his lady, J. Chris and Hermes. Darling? Oh, no, you have the mic. He who has a mic starts off first, eh?
AJ, please, the question again.
What led to you choosing who you chose and leaving out those that you did?
I didn't choose anybody.
Oh, you didn't?
Yes.
Who chose for you?
Nobody chose. Joe and Jason are partners. And so
And
that
you
was
invited
why
Tessie?
we invited them.
Okay.
Tessie, she's a normal friend to us.
Okay.
And she's like a sister.
Okay.
So we saw the need to
invite
her.
her.
Yeah.
But you chose not to invite J. Chris and Hermes.
We didn't choose. We just invited.
You just did. You didn't plan on it. Same way you feel, Rosie?
yeah, it wasn't planned.
Okay.
So.
J. Chris and Hermes, did you feel that you were sidelined on that one? Hermes?
I literally did not care.
Oh, you didn't?
No, whether they invited me or not, I did not care. To me, when I had my date night, the only reason I invited them was because I wanted him to be happy. Now, when he's with the boys, he's happy. So whether the boys like me or whether the girls don't like me, it doesn't do me nothing. As long as I'm with Jerry, I'm happy. So he is somebody that makes me happy. I don't care for other people. But then at the end of the day, they are his friends. So he felt like he did not care at some point, but I was like, oh, okay, so these people are there, but then we are not there. It was like, it is what it is at the end of the day.
Okay. So last week, when we wrapped up the show, and I asked you about who you thought your friends were, you said at that point in time, everyone was your friend.
Yeah.
Is that the same way you think now?
Yeah, everyone is my friend except Rose.
What has Rose done to delete her from the possible friendship list?
because she's fake to everybody. She fakes in camera. Yes. I can give so many reasons why.
Do help us out.
One, the main one, I'll put the boys in, and I'm very sorry. Darlene, Rose does not like you. She did not want you in this house. Why? Because the very day Afia was to leave the house, Rose told me on the Friday night that there was a plan that was going to go on for Darlene to leave and for Jason to give his flower to Afia, or for Afia to give her flower to Jason. Now, this was something that was going to go on. And that is what Rose told me. Now, if the boys are going to say that they didn't is a lie, then that is on them. Also, she has said stuff like the clothes that Darlene wears do not belong to her, that they are just given to her, and she knows that they are not even her size, and she wears them. She has also said that she does not see what goes on with Jason and Darlene for them to even be here. And she also had something negative to say the day Jason planned the date night to apologize to Darlene. She said they are probably just doing this to keep their viewers up because Jason probably thinks that his views has come down. She said, she made that statement. There are so many other stuff that she has said about literally every housemate. She said, Darlene, this is what she said. She said in every show, there's a pet. Darlene and Doki are PM Xtra pets, is what she said. Yes, is what she said. She also said that Martin talks to...
So she's been telling you all this?
Yes, when we were close, she had a whole lot of things to say about literally every single person. She said Martin talks too much. This was something she said on camera. She said Martin talks too much. I even complimented his fashion sense and said he actually dressed good. And she made the statement, the two-piece he's been wearing, that is the look good, is what she said. She also said, outside the house, Martin does not look like somebody that would ever go for somebody like Tessie.
Oh, wow.
She made that statement.
Hold on. Now,
There's a lot of things she said about Jason. She has said about Droid and Jessica. She has spoken about literally everybody. Even before Seleki went, she also said something and said, the man talks too much.
Her man talks too much.
That Mr. Lecky talks too much and he thinks he's funny.
Wait.
So you, on the other hand, is like, she says things and then she comes on camera and then tries to laugh with the same people that you literally talk about and call them your best friend or your sister, whereby you are being fake on camera.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot. But why are you saying it now?
No, because I kept saying that I'm somebody that when you tell me stuff is in here, but from the way she's acting all of a sudden, it makes no sense. And even the day we had the fashion show, she has something to even say about, I think they modeled again, the judges made them model again, and she got pissed that the judges made the two of them model again and said that Darlene did not sew her clothes, she did nothing.
Wow.
And Jason, the concept or whatever does not even go with nothing. So why would they make them model again? Jerry was there, Drew was there. If Drew lies, then that is on him. Jerry was there, and then she said that if they are to make them win, she wouldn't understand. When Martin and Tessie won, she told us, Jerry, if I'm lying, she said that we are the original winners. And also with the statement that she made about Afia leaving, Drew, Jason, and Jerry all know about it. So if they are going to lie, then that is on them. But she has said so many things, but then you come and then you're acting fake and then laughing with the same people. The very day that Kwame left, she said Kwame is a character, but then he being on the show is good because at the end of the day, them bringing Jessica back was of no need. And then she made this statement that Jessica is just coming into the house because she does not make Droid, apparently, every Friday night or something, Droid is like a prisoner. He doesn't dance with nobody. She holds on him and stuff. So she has said so many things. And I asked Jessica, the day she came into the house, I didn't know Jessica. So then I asked Jessica this question and I was like, oh, so you are the one that doesn't allow Droid. You are the one that doesn't allow Droid to dance or anything. And then she said, when, and then I was like, oh, okay, then that is it.
Wow.
So she has spoken about literally every single person in here, but then you see them and there's a whole different kind of person.
Well, I was going to survive. I've lost. Wait, Rosie. Jessica, Tessie, Darling, all the gentlemen, even Kwame, it would seem you've had a lot to say about all of them.
And even Drill.
And even Drill. To Hermes. Is it?
My thing is, every weekend we come here for a purpose, right? And if someone has said something about someone, there's a video that would show, and they talk about it. We either squash it, or at least we all know about it. So I don't know where this whole book opening is coming from, but it's a bit weird to me. And some of the things that she's saying, I've not heard them before, about Jessica, about Joy being a prisoner to, I don't know what she's talking about, most of them. But then again, there are some things that I would say that I feel like I am human and it is okay to say them.
Such as?
For instance, if someone does something and it is weird to me, I would say it is weird to me.
Okay.
But I don't get why you are, she says, she said, she says.
So
I don't
there's
know.
some truth to what Hermes is saying?
Yes, I'm not even gonna lie.
She said them in the closet room. She said them on Friday night.
Oh.
She said them when we go outside to have the games. She said them.
Okay.
She said them in the bathroom. So
Okay.
the thing is that she will say it when there is music. And even she said
Oh.
that Darlene does not know when to stop, because on Friday night when the boys are probably hanging out, she always wants to be with Jason. And I was standing close and she's like, why does this girl not know when to stop? That instead of her to come here, it's like all the time, you just want to be with the boy.
Wow.
And then that is why the guy is probably tired of you.
The funny
She said
thing
that.
is, everything she's saying now, Darlene is aware. I have told her to her face that if you go for the parties, let Jason be. Let him hang out with his friends or whatever it is. So she said, she says, she's
Did you
aware.
tell her about
So
Efia?
you're shouting, yes.
Did you tell her about
Yes,
Efia?
and she
Okay.
knows. So
Okay.
what's the point in making noise? Calm down.
Darling.
Sorry, but I know.
So you do, okay. So you do know some of these things. And you have no problem with it. Because your friendship is stronger than anything that may have been said.
I think so.
Wow. Okay. Now, speaking of friendship, on some sides, there's been stronger bonds that have been made, particularly Kwame and J. Chris. What led to this bromance, Kwame?
Okay, so let me start from where it began. Before we came on PM Xtra, at a hotel, J. Chris and I bonded so much. And then coming into the house, what people weren't seeing is that anytime, before Martin came, anytime I'm down and all that, I see J. Chris, I do talk to him a lot. Then I don't know what happened when the whole JJD Everly brother thing started happening. And then it was like we were apart. But then it was all off camera. So the night I was evicted, he came to me with Hermes. And then it was like, bro, I don't have anything against you. And I also said same. So it wasn't that serious. But then, I mean, if you come for me, I'll come for you.
Okay.
Like, if you're my friend or not, I would come for you. So it was more of that for me. So coming back, when I had a call to come back, I was like, yo, I don't have anything against you. And I appreciate when leaving, you came to me that, bro, even after the show, we are together. So I thought it wise. And then, not I just thought it wise, I felt it felt correct to still come to my brother and have that brotherly vibe. So, yeah.
But you two seem to think that the root cause of the issues between the Everly brothers, or JJDs as you like to call them, is the ladies. Where Rose and Darling, as you call them, are Delilahs.
Delilah and daughter of Delilah.
But you went ahead to also describe Rose as Lilith.
Oh no, Lilith, daughter of Lilith, yeah.
Daughter of Lilith.
Yeah.
Why? And what did you mean by daughter of Lilith?
Okay.
You need to give some context to it.
Yes, I would do. Okay, so with whatever that's happening, see, let me say this and say it again. I'm not going to fake anything. Rose knows when we get there, we can vibe and all that. But then, if it's not good, it's not good. With what I've observed so far before leaving the show and coming back, she has this side that is kind of bitter. Very bitter, and relating that to certain things, like me being Kwame, I love giving names just at the lighter side, not too seriously. So if I said
that's a little harder.
So if I said Lilith, it's not like Lilith, but then with what I'm seeing, the character, it's not cool.
Okay, Lilith.
So let me give an
The
example.
first wife of Adam, Lilith, a demonic character. Lilith, she's
maybe.
a demonic figure in Jewish folklore. Lilith, some consider the first official witch. Lilith has many vast descriptions across different folklore. In many cultures, why Lilith? Why consider her, to a large extent, using folklore demonic? What led you
Which
to
I
consider?
said earlier, it wasn't that serious, but with what she's doing. Okay, so
What
let me
is
give
she doing to necessitate that?
exactly. Let me give example. When I came to the house just recently, they said one person is to top choco, and then if you do breakfast in the morning, you're not eating anything else. But if you have banku, you can eat your banku without, having any problem.
Okay.
So okay, fine, let me eat banku. Now, when she saw me taking the banku, she was like, "Why are you eating? Why are you going? What are you going to eat? Let me explain myself. What are you going to eat with the banku?"
Yes.
Then I was like, "Of course, pepper." Then she said, "I shouldn't grind pepper." Then I was like, "Why?" Then she said, "No, because things was being calculated." But I remember the first day I came, the next day we all ate banku, and they even reserved it for her. We prepared, we grinded pepper and used protein. So with what Hermes said, I'm not here to pick sides. I've seen a lot, and with what she's doing, it's not fair.
You say you don't want to pick sides, but you clearly did. I mean, referring to them as the Delilahs and Samson's lies, meaning they're the weakness of the gentleman, and they're out for their ruin.
That's what I saw.
If you want to be if you want to contextualize it, you're basically stating that Rose and Darlyn are going to be the cause of the ruin of Drill and Jason.
Not are going to be the cause, but that's what I saw. When I came in, J. Chris came to me and spoke to me about the whole thing that was happening between him and the brothers.
And you felt they were the equation that was destroying
I
it.
asked him, I didn't feel, but I was like, what do you think is happening? Is he the boys or is the wives?
Right.
Then he said, it might be the wives, because since Hermes came, things changed. And then I thought she wasn't a problem. But then I felt and I saw Rose has this voice that if she talks to them, they would listen regardless.
Okay. Now,
yes.
Now, 3 men are having their problems, clearly. 3 gentlemen are having their problems. Whether it stems from misunderstanding, whether it's a miscommunication, something of the sort. But it's the women that are being blamed?
That was my honest opinion. I wasn't blaming any woman. I was, if
what you
he
clearly did.
No, wait. If he said, I was like, is it them or Rosie and Darlyn? And then to me, per what I saw, I felt they might be the problem more than that. It was my
men
opinion.
are having their problems.
Okay, I didn't come to him to ask that what's happening.
Okay.
I was there and he came and
Based
I gave
on your
my honest
observation,
opinion.
you felt that the women were the
Exactly.
issue.
Yeah, that's what I saw. It's not the truth. That's my opinion.
That is your opinion.
Yes,
But
that's what I saw.
Does it? Okay, so hypothetically, 3 men are having their problems. 3 men have 3 different relationships they're all in. And it would seem as if, in your opinion, 2 out of those relationships may have been influencing, or the 3 partners in those relationships are influencing the gentleman. Does it necessitate referring them to, say, Delilah's, or referring them to daughters of Lilith?
As I said, I was asked, Kwame.
Okay, J. Chris, you may
Thank
please
you
come.
can come in if you want.
Okay, so with what he's saying, no, sorry, with the question you're asking,
Yes.
with the problem being between the 3 boys,
Yes.
the real problem is Jason, Drill, Darlyn, Rosie. I think the problem is they've not accepted Hermes for who she is, and that's the problem. She
you think
being a
that-
confrontational person.
Do you think they still hang up on what was the original setting? And the original setting being you gentlemen, but with Darling, Rose, and Tessie as the equation. Do you think they still hang up on that setting enough that they can't see and accept Hermes as the new equation?
Honestly, I don't know, because if I say yes, then meaning maybe they were faking it, because at the start they were really cool with her, and then it just switched all of a sudden, and then it doesn't even make sense to me.
You stated at some point this week that you felt the ladies were jealous or envious, I'll use the right word, envious of Hermes to an extent.
I stated that.
Well, it was implied.
Um,
You had a conversation with Kwame earlier on, and it was implied to a large extent that there may be some envy amongst the ladies to the kind of person that Hermes is. Do you think that is, at the very crux of it, the issue?
I mean, it could be envy if you think about it, because I don't know what she has done wrong.
Okay.
Seriously,
All right,
I
well,
don't see the. Okay.
let's take a look at this.
Everything. And she was like, oh, she's happy. 30 minutes later, back to attitude. I'm like, hey.
So therefore, tell you something. So then probably they want Hermes out of the picture before everything could be
Could be
kind
okay.
of back.
You know, that thing too won't happen.
But what did she do? Me, I want to know.
Say she will confront you. Confront her. Unless maybe they see her as a threat. Unless maybe envy is part. Because if envy is part, fine. That's how I see it. Envy is somewhere. Maybe not from the boys, from the girls.
Maybe they are the influencer.
Because boys, we not who they care about sometimes. But how people they care now, guy, I don't know. Maybe the influence is from the girls. Or maybe the boys, you never know.